what's up, podcast fam? Welcome back, or welcome if you are a new listener to the Uniquely Wired podcast. I'm your host, Nani, and I'm just so happy you're here and you decided to click on this episode and listen to it. I really hope and pray that it serves as an encouragement and that it just brings peace to you. And today, as you can see by the title, we are talking about finding peace in the unknowns of autism. And I feel like if we're honest, this is something every autism family can relate to. And yes, I would say every special needs family can relate to this. However, this podcast, we mainly focus on autism because I am an autism mom of two, ages 9 and 6. And so that's what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm going to be speaking more to the autism families. And listen, we know the unknowns, we know the uncertainties, we know that at the end of the day, we are not going to have answers to every question that pops in our head. We're not going to have answers to every questions that, may be asked to you and I. We're just not, right? That's just the reality. And also, if I'm being honest, autism parenting just comes with a lot of unknowns, right? We don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. We don't know what progress our children will make, right? We don't know what kind of support they might need next school year, next month, even next week. We just don't know, right? We are not God. We are not the creator of the universe to know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow or even our children's future. We just don't know that, right? I mean, I think it'll be amazing if we had the ability to know what our children's future is going to look like. But at the end of the day, we just don't know. And so something I have learned is to just take it one day at a time and embrace my children, embrace the progress that they have made, and not focus so much on what they are not able to do in the very moment, right? So that to me personally just helps me. And if we're honest, the uncertainty can feel so heavy. It can just feel so heavy because I feel that as autism parents, we don't have the same, I mean, I feel like we do have similar uncertainties as that of a parent raising a neurotypical child, but you add more uncertainty to that layer. Like there are layers of uncertainty when it comes to raising an autistic child. And it can feel lonely and it can make us spiral into worry before we even realize it. And yes, I got my notes because I got some good things on here that I wrote. And let's get right into this. I remember when we first started this journey, when my husband and I first started this journey, you have to remember that, well, you have to remember if you know me, but if you don't know me, then I'm just going to bring this up now to you. But listen, my husband and I got married in 2014. And then we had my daughter in 2016. And then 2018, we got a diagnosis. We got the autism diagnosis. So that's 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. Just 4 years in our marriage, and we are already dealing with a diagnosis. I wanted a clear path when I got that diagnosis, a timeline, something that could tell me, here's what's going to happen. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's just not. Autism has this way of stretching your faith. It invites you to trust God in areas you never thought you'd have to. And for a while, I wrestled with that because I wanted control. I wanted to control my daughter's future and now my son's future because I then got pregnant with him and had him in 2019, and 2021 we get, his diagnosis. So you have to remember that literally, let me see, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's about the first 7 years of my marriage. We were just dealing with things back to back, right? Diagnosis back to back, challenges, therapies, appointments, asking questions, wanting answers. Like, we were dealing with so much that my husband and I have not really, I mean, we've been married for 11 years now. We haven't really gotten the chance to just like fully enjoy ourselves and enjoy our marriage. And that's just plain truth. That's just me being vulnerable to you right now. Yes, we go on dates. Yes, we make the best out of the life that we have been given, the life that we are, navigating through. But at the end of the day, we can't just pick up and be like, "Oh, next month we're going on vacation. Like, I'm out." That's just not how our life is. Can't even speak. That's just not how it is, right? And so for so long, I just been wanting to take control. I've been wanting to do things my way. And I had to start letting go of that and really trusting God to lead us, to guide us as a family, not just as a marriage, but as a family. And I have to say, the peace doesn't come from having control. Peace does not come from having control. So if you have been seeking peace, if you have been wanting peace, but yet you're holding on to control, you want to control your life, you want to control how your life looks and how your children's life look, you're not going to have peace. You are going to constantly live in a state of fear, in a state of desperation, because you want things to look your way. You want things to be your way. And in reality, my friend, that's just not how it is. And so peace comes from surrendering who has control. It comes from surrendering who has control. So I've learned, this is what I put on here, that I've learned that peace doesn't always mean everything is calmed or figured out. Peace is a knowing, you ready? That even when I don't have the answers, hello, God does. Even when I can't see what's ahead, He's already there. He's already figuring it out. This is the thing about God, and I want you to understand this. This is the thing about God. He's not up in heaven trying to figure out a solution for you, honey. He already has the solution. He is the solution. He has the solution. So the fact that we're down here trying to figure life out, we become so fatigued and everything. Like we be doing too much, girl. If I'm honest with you, we be doing too much. And God just be up there minding his business. He's just like, if she would just calm down and surrender all control to me, I will give her the peace that she needs. That's it. That's it. And I know that may be easier said than done. But girl, when you put this to practice, trust me, it works. It works. So sometimes peace looks like taking a deep breath in the middle of a meltdown. Sometimes it's journaling through the tears. And sometimes it's just whispering, Lord, I trust you. Lord, I trust you. Even when my heart doesn't fully feel it yet, I trust you. I trust that you have the best interest for my children. You have the best interest for my marriage. You have the best interest for my business. You have the best interest for whatever I do. You have the best interest, God. That's it. And I want you to just take a quick second and just say that. Lord, I trust you. Even when it doesn't look the way I wanted it to look, I trust you. Just say that right where you're at. And here's another thing. You might not know what your child's future looks like, and that's okay. Nani, what do you mean that's okay? That's okay. Listen, I'm telling you, I started feeling more peace in my life when I literally just started to focus on what's happening now. The things my children are struggling with now. The things that my children have overcome and have made progress in and continue to make progress in. Rather than having to constantly say, oh my God, I'm afraid that they may not never get married. I'm afraid that they may never be able to cook a meal for themselves. I'm afraid that they may not be able to find a job. Instead of thinking 10 years from now or 15 years from now, I am thinking about this year, this month, this day, this week. That's it. And my life just began to get better when my mindset shifted. When I began to fully trust God and say, you know what, God, you chose me. There is a purpose in our life. There is something that you are going to do out of this diagnosis. There's something that you're going to do out of this situation. I don't know it yet. I don't know what it is, but I know that you work all things together for the good of those who love and trust in you. And life has just begotten so much better. I don't even know if that was a word. Anyways, life has just gotten so much better ever since I shifted that mentality. You might not even know how you'll handle the next challenge, the next meltdown, the next tantrum, the next sleepless night. That's okay too. Because peace isn't found, my friend, in knowing the outcome. Woo! Listen, you better write that down. Peace isn't found in knowing the outcome. It's found in knowing the one who walks with you through it. So today, I just want to encourage you to give yourself grace. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to carry all the answers. You don't. And all you have to do is keep showing up. That's really what you need to do. Just keep showing up. Trusting that even in the unknowns, God is still writing your story and your child's story with purpose. So thank you, God, for that. And if you have people in your circle that are constantly speaking the opposite, that are constantly speaking negativity or making you feel shame, making you feel guilty of your child's diagnosis, then maybe it's time for you to cut those people off. Maybe it's time for you to reevaluate your friends, to reevaluate your circle and the people that you allow. Listen to this, not just around you, but around your children. Because one thing I keep telling people, and I tell family and friends, that my children may not be able to speak to you and hold a conversation with you, but they can certainly hear you. And they are listening to every word that's coming out of your mouth. And if you're going to be negative, if you're constantly going to be nasty and just have weird vocabulary, I don't need that around me or my children. I'm sorry. I will love you from afar and I will be there for you if you ever need me, but I don't want to continue to associate myself with that. That's okay for you to do that. I just want you to know that, because I feel deep down in my heart that there's going to be a mom or a dad listening to this episode that feels like, oh my gosh, so-and-so just told me this. And they said that I need to try this and this will take the autism away. They said that I need to try that. They said, that because of this, my child is autistic. No, I'm sorry. Don't want it. Don't want to hear it. Listen, I've come so far in my journey as an autism mom. Yes, as an autism mom, that I refuse to associate myself with people that are constantly trying to fix my children or trying to figure out what to do to make them neurotypical. I'm not interested. I'm sorry, I'm not. Because I've come so far in this journey in accepting my children and accepting that God has created them differently, that God has wired their brain differently, for me to sit here and start feeling shame and guilt because you're projecting that into me. I'm sorry. It's not happening. It's not happening. And so I just want you to know that God is writing your story, your child's story, and there is a purpose. It may not feel like that, it may not seem like that, but I promise you that there is a purpose. And very soon you will find out what that purpose is. If you need a little help finding the peace, I want you to grab my unseen yet sustained 90-day journal. And right now it's on pre-orders. I mean, by the time this episode releases, it'll be the end of pre-orders, but that's okay. It'll still be the same form for you to place an order. It'll be down in the description below. And this journal, I'm telling you, I created it because I wish I had something like that when my children, especially my daughter, since she's my oldest and she was diagnosed first, that a journal like mine existed then. Because it's a space for you to not just write daily, you know, daily journals, daily notes, whatever you want to call it. There's also a space for you to write your prayers for your children, favorite scriptures of the season you're in, notes. You have a section where you can write your testimony notes, a section to write a letter to yourself. And y'all, that section right there took me out because I cried so much writing a letter to myself. That was deep. And so I really want you to grab your copy. If you are a special needs mom, get yourself that copy of my unseen yet sustained 90-day journal for special needs moms. And just allow yourself to heal, while you're writing. I feel like writing, journaling, it's just so healing. And maybe you could write your prayers down on the journal. Maybe you just don't know how to say it verbally, but you could write it. Write your thoughts out on the journal. I just really want moms to feel and have that safe space. So listen, even if you're not a special needs parent and you're listening to this episode, maybe you're an educator, a family member, a grandparent, a aunt, uncle, grab the copy, gift it to that special needs mom this holiday season. You don't want to, don't go crazy finding gifts. This is it. This is the gift that they need. So again, thank you once again for joining me, friend, on this episode of the Uniquely Wired podcast. And I will see you again on another episode.